どうも、勝手に電力2.0というのを始めたいと思います。今日1157回目というところで、このカーボンプライシングっていうのが、世界ってどういう状況になっているのかみたいなところが、世界銀行の方はですね、レポート出しているので、このあたり、特になんかウルグアイが高いみたいなところが出ているので、この辺は理由はちょっとわからないですけども、このあたりについて少しですね、世界の状況みたいなところを見てみたいなと思ってますと。まず、エグゼクティブサマリーがあったので、The past year has seen government face challenges on several fronts, facing a global energy crisis and high inflation. Many countries responded with relief measures, lowering energy prices for businesses and households through changes to energy taxes, fossil fuel subsidies, or price controls, or by making direct payments. These measures saw already high level of government debt continue to climb. Despite these challenges, there are continued momentum for climate action. Several high-emitting countries strengthened domestic climate policies and targets through global efforts still fall short of what is required. In this context, the political economy of carbon pricing has become even more complex. ETS and carbon taxes have we weathered weathered the 2022 global energy crisis reliability well. Prices increased in half of ETS or carbon taxes. Also, in real terms, surging inflation will have offset some of the increase. まさに ETS ってところはやっぱり結構大きいんですね。実際に、there were only a few instances where governments would back ETS or carbon taxes in response to the energy crisis by delaying the start of the new instrument, postponing a planned expansion or price increase, or in one case, repeating a carbon tax. With several new instruments launched and some scope expansions, the number of implements instruments increased to 73, with the share of global GHG emission covered around 23%. Map of Carbon Taxes and ETS ということで、この色のついてるところ、特にこの ETS のところはヨーロッパみたいなところになっているんですけども、実際にかなりこのカーボンタクシーっていうところが色のついてるところ、特に先進国みたいなところでは多いっていうのが見てわかるかなと思います。で、Prices and Coverage across ETS and Carbon Taxes ってことで、一番高いのはこのウルグアイっていうところになっていて、その次にリヒテンシュタインやスイーツランド、あとはスウェディッシュ。で、ETU、ETS もやっぱり高めのところにありますよねっていうところで、ここからガーッと来て、ずっと来て、実はジャパンっていうところがかなり下の方にあって、ポーランドが一番下ですけれども、このウクライナだとかポーランドとかジャパンということで、かなり EU、ETS とか日本と比べると、もちろん、どの税をタックスプライスとするのかっていうのがあるんですけれども、このような状況になっていると。Recorded high revenues from ETS and carbon taxes approached USD 100 billion. Governments continue to face trade-offs between the different objectives such as increasing revenue, promoting community acceptance, and managing international competitiveness. Revenues from ETS and carbon taxes are often used for specific purposes. Almost 40% of the revenue is earmarked for green spending, and 10% is used to compensate households or businesses. Both are seen as ways to increase support for these prices. The revenue potential of ETS and carbon taxes have to become more relevant in light of increasing pressure on public budget. And scale and uses of carbon renews in 2021ということで、実際にこの辺はどこからどこまでっていうことで、share of revenue by country っていうのと、share of revenue are allocated to different uses ということで、使われ方がどうなっているのかっていうところで、ジェネラルバジェットなのかどうなのかって、この収入、得られた収入がどこに行っているのかみたいなところが出ていますということで、やっぱりこの太さを見ても EU ETS っていうのがめちゃくちゃでかいな。その次に United Kingdom で Germany、United States、ニュージーランド、フランス、カナダ、欧米諸国になっているのがわかりますね。で、日本がこう2.4%みたいなところになっています。The uptake of ETS and carbon taxes are rising in emerging economies. High-income countries still dominate. Most existing instruments are in high-income countries in North America and Europe. at either the national, subnational, or regional level. High-income jurisdiction accounts for the highest carbon prices. There is only one instrument in the Middle East and Africa region. However, several African countries are exploring options and taking preparatory steps. Internet from emerging economics is driven by the need for climate change mitigation policy, but also managing transition risks, exploring renewing opportunities, and preparing for European Union accession. Carbon credit market experienced a slowdown after years of rapid growth. Both issuances and retirements of carbon credit fell slightly compared to 2021. Also, they remain significantly above level in the preceding years. Voluntary demand from companies remains a primary driver of market activity, but compliance demand could become more important. Prices and prices trends varied. Prices for exchange trade credit declined across all categories, especially those from nature-based from project, while some participants have seen prices increase in over-the-counter transaction. Microeconomics conditions prominent critics of carbon credit and offsetting and bottlenecks in insurance and among the apparent cause of dynamic over the past year. Carbon credit markets continue to diversity and become more sophisticated. New investor, financial products, technological platforms, and services providers are laying the foundation for what some expect will be a decade of significant growth. Different initiatives seek to promote standardization and improve transparency in carbon credit market, seeking to encourage market growth and intensity of cooperation action. Implementation of Article 6 is moving forward as more countries sign bilateral cooperation agreements and at first activities to generate authorized emissions reduction and develop. That's all.